Okay, hi. Hello everyone. Today is Wednesday,
Hi.
January 22nd. I have my beautiful co-host, Vivian, here. Say hello.
Hi.
Hi. Is there anything you'd like to tell the people out there?
I love you.
I love you. Oh, she's so sweet. Okay. All right, and she also wants to tell you that she's got a booger in her nose. Okay. So this video is a book tag. I follow this account called The Readables, and she did a book tag, and I thought it was really cute. And so nobody tagged me in the book tag, but I'm gonna tag myself. Tag, and so I'm gonna do this book tag because I thought it was really good. So we're gonna kick this off and get started. Because I'm trying to really not have these videos go so long because I talk so much. Number one, where do you buy your books from? I primarily buy my books from the used bookstore on 35th and Adams, so I've got to put in plug in for the store. It's called Adams Avenue Books. Love, love, love that place. I seriously want to scatter my ashes there. So I don't really buy a lot of modern literature. I mostly buy classics. And I don't really buy a lot of books that I haven't already read. So most of the time, if I really want to read a book, I'll get it out from the library, read it, and then if I like it, I'll buy it. Unless it's like a classic, like The Catcher in the Rye or The Jungle by Upton Sinclair, or The Stranger by Albert Camus is something that I just bought. These kind of books that have stood the test of time. Those ones I'll buy because they're just ones that I always want to have in my library because I really want my children to actually grow up reading these kind of novels. And so the used bookstore works well for me because they usually have several copies of those kinds of books, and they'll be like 2, 3, 4, 5 bucks. I occasionally will buy books from Walmart. Sometimes I'll buy them from Target. I recently bought The Glass Castle and A Tree Grows in Brooklyn from Target. I read A Tree Grows in Brooklyn a long time ago and always wanted to have it, and they had it on sale for like 20% off. But mostly I buy my books from the used bookstore on 35th and Adams. And occasionally I'll get them from the library. Sometimes they have a 25-cent sale, and I'll buy them from the library. So I don't spend a whole lot of money on books, but I do love them very dearly. Number 2, do I pre-order books? No, because like I said, I don't really buy a lot of modern literature, so I don't pre-order books. No, I just don't. So I don't think I ever have. Number 3, how many books do I buy per month? I don't really know. So I would say it's anywhere from maybe about 1 to 5 books. I don't necessarily buy books every month, but then I'll like go on these like sprees where I'll buy like 5, 6, 7 books in a month. So I think if I were to kind of tally it up and kind of distribute it amongst the months in the year, it's probably about 1 to 5 books. Or maybe more like 1 to 3. Number 4, do you use your local library? I'm not opposed to using it. I don't use it as much as I used to. Once my son got sick, I don't know, I just haven't gone to the library as much as I used to. But I do use my local library. I love going to the library. I always get this giddy feeling when I walk through the doors and you smell the books and you're just like, oh my gosh, there's books here, yay. So I love the library. How many books, number 5, how many books do I borrow at a time? No more than 1 or 2, because you can only check out the books for maybe like 2 to 3 weeks, and so I just can't. I don't have the time. I wish I had the time to read more books than that in that time span, so I probably only check out about 1 or 2 books, and usually I'm going there for something very specific. Like, it's not like I'm just kind of walking the shelves and just going, oh, I'll check this out. I usually have in mind, okay, I'm going for this book, so it's rare that I really check out more than 1 book in a library visit. What is my opinion on library books? I think it's a really silly question, but whatever. I think library books are great. I mean, I find it odd that anyone would have an opinion that they would actually have to articulate about library books, because they're just library books. But I do love library books. I love books, so obviously I would love a library book. And I actually did check out a book from the library once that I loved, and I do intend on buying. It's called The Dark Bride by Laura Restrepo, and it's about these Colombian prostitutes and child. And it was a really good book. So I do like library books. Question number 7. Charity shops and secondhand stores. Of course, I get them from secondhand stores because, like I said, in my primary bookstore is the used bookstore on 35th and Adams. I have not gone to the thrift store to buy any books, although I think I'm going to start because I've had a couple of friends recommend some thrift stores for books. And so, and I'm all about getting good books on a cheap price. And I actually got, and sometimes actually my library has books in the front that are just free. And you can just take them, or you can donate like a couple of dollars and take however many books as you want. And I recently came up on The Hobbit, the copy of The Hobbit that I it was a hardcover, and it was from the library, and it only had like a hole in two of the pages. Like I don't know, it looked like maybe it got wet, and there was a hole in two of the pages, but it didn't keep you from being able to read it. And I got a copy of The Red Tent, which I've always heard is an excellent book, and so I'm super excited about reading that. And they were for free. So I get books in these kind of random, weird ways. I have a neighbor who has like floor-to-ceiling books in his house. Every room is just full of books, and so sometimes he'll leave them in the laundry room for people to take. And I've gotten some really good books that way, too. I got The Crucible that way. I got this other book called The Journey. And some other books too. He just leaves a bunch. The Pillars of the Earth, I think I got from the laundry room by Ken Follett. I don't know if that's his name, but anyways, haven't read it yet, but I'm looking forward to reading it. So I get books in these really kind of random, odd ways because I'm a random odd person. Number 8. Do I keep the books that I've read and the to be read books on the same shelf? I have no rhyme or reason to how I put my books on the shelf. They're just there, whatever fits. Because I'm sharing my bookshelves with my husband, who has a lot of books, and my kids, who have a lot of books. So I just kind of have to get in where I fit in, and so there's just no system. I just stick them on the shelf. Number 9, do I think that I'll read all the books that I own? Actually, the majority of the books that I have are books that I've read. So I'm pretty sure I should be able to read all the books that I own. I know one of my goals this year in my resolution to read at least one book a month is to only read books that I have not read already, because I'm the type of person that I will read a book over and over and over again. I've read To Kill a Mockingbird 7 times, so I usually only buy books that I've already read. And so one of my goals this year is to kind of break away from that and absorb some new literature. So hopefully I will get to read all the books that I have that I haven't read yet, but the majority of the books that I have are books I've already read. So number 10, what do I do with the books that I know that I'm not going to read? I don't really have any books that I know that I'm not going to read, so I keep them. I'm kind of a book hoarder. I have never donated any books just because I have some books that, because of the reaction that I had from reading them, I'll give them away to a friend or something. I did that with Lord of the Flies. It was a great book, but I've never had such a strong reaction as I've had to that book. I had such a strong reaction to the end of that book, I think, because just knowing that kind of cruelty and debasedness existed in children was just such a revolting concept for me, that when the book was done, I was like, get this book away from me. I don't even want it in my home. Like, seriously. And I had a friend who it's like his favorite book, and he was like, I'll take it. And I was like, take it out of here. I don't want to see it. So I do have books that, because of my reaction to reading them, I was just like, they've just got to go. But I've never really donated books anywhere. So sometimes I'll pass them along to my friends, but I'm not even one that gives away books. I'm like, give it back. So books are like gold to me. So no. Number 11, which I just answered the next question, is, have I ever donated books? No, I've never donated a book. Number 12, have I ever put myself on a book buying ban? Me and my husband discussed that this year, putting ourselves on a book buying ban, and I was just like, I just don't think it's going to happen. I don't think I could ever do that, honestly. I just don't think. I don't think I could ever ban myself from buying books. I don't think I could ever ban myself from buying yarn. I don't think I could ever ban myself from buying makeup. I may buy significantly less, but I don't think I could ever just ban myself from buying those 3 things, because they're just like, life to me is like makeup, yarn, and books. So anyways, love the stuff. And number 13... do I think I buy too many books? No, honestly. If it was up to me, this whole house would just be full. There'd be books in the hallway. There'd be books everywhere. So I just don't think that that's even possible to buy too many books. I don't think it's possible to have too many books. Because books are just one of those things that they kind of just stay with you. And sometimes you go back to them and you remember a line. And, you go, man, like, I remember I read this line in this book. And, there's just so many lines of so many books that I love. So I just feel like you could just never have too many books. So, no, I don't feel like I buy too many books. I feel like I don't buy enough. But there it is. So there's the book tag. I finished all the questions, I think. And this video is almost 10 minutes long, so I'm going to end it. But I thought this was really cool. And Kitty Christina, I'm tagging you. So answer the questions and make a book tag video because I know that you're a reader and you love to read, and so I really, really hope that you do this. And Vivian, say goodbye because we're gonna say
Bye.
goodbye. What book do you love, Vivian? What's one of your favorite books?
My Little Pony.
My Little Pony. Yeah, you do have a My Little Pony. Well, what about the Berenstain Bears book? You love that book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one's the one you
I
really
give
like.
you a
You gonna
kiss.
give a kiss? Okay, Vivian loves giving kiss. Give a kiss. All right, Vivian gave a kiss. Okay, so we're gonna say goodbye now. Talk to you guys later.
Goodbye.
Bye.